Greetings, Ivy College students. In today's video, we will go over some important information about attendance and classroom policies for international students in ESL program. Okay, let's get started. Here's an agenda with topics we will be covering in this video. Overview. Attendance and classroom policies. Information about excuse notes for absences and leave of absence, so-called LOA. Students at Ivy College are expected to attend all their classes. Regular attendance is important for achievement and progress. Students who are often absent miss learning opportunities and do not adequately meet the contact hour requirements of students and faculty. As a result, students have more difficulty completing their assignments, being prepared for classes, understanding the materials taught, and successfully progressing through their program of study. Specific to F1 international students, those who are not meeting the attendance requirement and policies established by the institution may lose their international student status. One academic year is consisted of 4 quarters. Each quarter has 10 weeks of study and 3 weeks of break. Within the 10 weeks of study, your attendance as international students must be between 80 to 100%. One of the minimum requirements to pass your class is meeting 80% attendance. Attending full 2.5 days for is required to have 100% of attendance. If you miss any class, plan to make it up as soon as possible. Attendance policy for F1 students. Students are expected to attend all classes scheduled for their program of study. This is necessary for your success in each and every course. International students with F1 visa must also follow immigration laws, which state that F1 visa students must attend as a full-time student and must meet at least 80% of attendance of total attendance each quarter. If you fail to meet the minimum attendance requirements, you automatically fail the course. Let's go over our important attendance policy. Joining your class at any time during the scheduled class will not mark you as present for the class. You must know the policy to keep your attendance in track. In order to be marked as present, you must arrive no later than 15 minutes after the start of the scheduled class. If you arrive more than 15 minutes after, then you will be marked as tardy. Please note that 3 tardies equal to 1 absence. If you arrive more than 30 minutes after the start of the scheduled class, you will be marked as absent. As well, leaving early prior to the end of the class or leaving for significant portions of the scheduled class will also be marked as absent. Here is a class schedule breakdown chart to give you a general idea. For morning classes, you will be marked as present if you arrive by 9:15 a.m. If you arrive in between 9:16 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., you will be marked as tardy. Please note that 3 tardies equal to 1 absence. If you arrive after 9:30 a.m., you will be marked as absent, even if you show up. For afternoon classes, you will be marked as present if you arrive by 2:15 p.m. If you arrive in between 2:16 p.m. and 2:30 p.m., you will be marked as tardy. And again, please note that 3 tardies equal to 1 absence. If you arrive after 2:30 p.m., you will be marked as absent, even if you show up. Plan your study schedule wisely. Let's go over the classroom policies. All students must turn on their cameras during the entire class sessions. If you have your camera turned off, you will be marked absent. All students must turn on their microphones as needed and instructed by their professors for participation grade. As well, make sure to join your class from a distraction-free, quiet environment. Attending classes while driving, lying in bed, doing other tasks, etc. will be marked absent even you turn on your camera. Make sure to focus and actively participate during classes for participation grade. If you don't respond to your professors when they ask you a question or call your name for participation, you will be marked absent, even if you join for the entire session. Academic probation. When students fail a course, they are allowed to repeat the course in the following quarter. A course/level may be repeated once per course. If a student does not show any progress after the first repeat, the student can be placed on academic probation. If a student does not show any progress during the academic probation period, the school will cancel the student's status. Absences or tardiness may be excused only when proper official documentation is provided that explains you are facing special circumstances. It is your responsibility to submit any documentation and explanation to registrar. Here are some circumstances that are accepted and not accepted. Accepted special circumstances include a personal medical emergency, a medical emergency for a member of the immediate family, a death in the family, a court order, etc. Not accepted circumstances include appointments for personal matters, such as visits to DMV, lack of transportation to and from campus, lack of childcare arrangements, etc. Schedule these matters on non-class days or plan before classes begin. Last but not least, we will go over leave of absence, so-called LOA. Immigration regulations allow F1 students to take a temporary leave of absence of less than 5 months. If you have a temporary illness or medical condition and need to take a break from your studies, you may be eligible for a medical LOA. To be qualified for LOA, you must remain in the U.S. for treatment. Be in treatment with a qualified provider. Submit a letter of support from the provider to Ivy College. Please note, if you remain in the U.S. without obtaining approval for a medical LOA from your DSO at Ivy College, you will be considered out of status. There are some required documents for LOA. To apply for LOA, the student needs to complete and submit an online LOA form which can be found on Populi under Contacts and Forms tabs. In the LOA form, you are required to provide a medical letter of support, which must be from a licensed medical doctor, doctor of osteopathy, licensed clinical psychologist, or doctor of psychology. The document must be on official letterhead, dated, and have a wet ink signature. It must specify the quarter, including the dates you are being recommended for leave, and state you will remain in the U.S. to receive treatments. And that is the end of our video on attendance and classroom policies. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.